What's up, guys? It's Mike, the Smokin Monkey. Welcome back to the channel, and thank you for joining me today. Now, if you've been following my build, then you know that I've been saying I'm going to be replacing my handles soon, and I've been meaning to do that, but honestly, after driving the Jeep for about a week now, it's been getting pretty good. They're not that bad. They're actually getting pretty easy to use. So what I'm going to end up doing is taking the handles, sanding them down, and repainting them while they're on the Jeep because they are quite a pain to take off. I don't really want to play with them if I don't have to. And they're not loose, they do work fine. One was just a little bit stiff, sticking a bit, but I think once I clean up all the rust, sand it down, prep it properly, prime it and paint it, it should be all good. So let's head down to the Jeep and let's do that. Now, the reason I'm starting the video up here, guys, is because you guys can see it is nighttime. So starting the video in the Jeep is not an option because you guys wouldn't be able to see me, and it's pretty damn cold, so I'm not going to be standing outside. So let's go down. I have it actually in an underground parking spot, so let's head over there and let's prep it up. And yes, guys, I did order new mirrors, so I will be replacing both of these, and we won't have this problem anymore here with these hanging wires. So I've got a stock left and right coming. Those are in the mail. As soon as they get here, I will be making a video for you guys. But today, let's tackle these guys. Now, they used to be a lot harder to open, but as you guys can see, it's not bad, and it snaps back as it should. So it's not too terrible. Like, you can honestly do it with one finger. So I think once I sand it down and get all the rust off, and inside here, there's a little shaft, and if I sand that down properly, I think it'll clean it up a bit and free it up. Plus I have some grease that I'll use, and I think that's going to be a world of a difference. So I won't have to take these off, which is going to save me a hell of a lot of time. And I already have some black paint that I was using on the frame, which, as you guys can see, is not red any longer. So let's prep these ready to be sanded so I don't sand down any of my yellow around, and I don't paint the rubber gaskets in here because I don't want to be painting the rubber gaskets. I just want to be painting the metal. So let's get them ready. So I've already started sanding it down, as you can see, all the way down to the bare metal, and I'm going to keep going all the way around inside until I get all the paint off. That way I'm ready to paint it. So if you guys are doing it by hand like me, then this is enough tape. But if you guys are doing it with any kind of power tool, then make sure you leave yourself a little bit more of a border so that if you do skip off by accident, you don't actually mess up your door or anything else like your door, your window, or anything like that. So be careful, and yeah, just take it easy and go at it. All right, guys, so I jumped over to the other side real quick just to show you what I started with. And here is my sanded down handle. Now, I got all up in there, everywhere you can think of, all the corners, even up to the rubber. So now I'm just gonna put some paper on the door and I'm ready to hit it with the primer. And I hope the camera catches this, but you see that big pile of red dust? Yeah, that's my door handle right there. So that's all the rust that came off of it. Well, it's prepped. It's not the prettiest job, but hopefully I won't get paint anywhere else. So let's get ready and let's hit them with the primer. But you know what? It's already in there. I don't want to lift it because I'll just fucking smudge it. You know what I mean? There you have it, guys, and I am using a rust stop primer because I don't want this shit happening again. It was not fun sanding them down. Took me closer to an hour to sand them down, but it's not so bad. Now, I will tell you guys, make sure you leave the other door unlocked before you do this, so that if you do need to get inside or you do leave your keys inside, you're not stuck. So now let's leave this for about an hour. I'm gonna come back in an hour once this settles enough so that I can spray it over with the black, and we'll go from there. So since I already got new mirrors, I'm gonna be removing these in a couple days. I'm thinking maybe I should sand down all the hinges, including this bottom section, and paint everything black. Now, what do you guys think if I leave this part yellow and I paint the bottom black? I'll leave the hinge yellow, and just this section, including the bolts, will be black. Let me know in the comments section, because eventually I will be getting a light bar anyway. So there will be a light bar coming up here and probably mounting over here. Now, if I paint this section, is it gonna look off? I honestly think it should look okay, because I wanna be able to paint the bottom part of this hinge, and I don't wanna have a weird black line right here. So I wanna paint both of these and these guys. Let me know what you guys think, if that's gonna look okay, because I'm probably gonna go ahead with that sometime this week. And I already have the black paint, so why go spend more money? It's a budget build. Let's use what we got. So you guys can see the primer is settling. It's almost ready to be recoated. And the key here is, guys, the better that you guys prep, the better that you guys will get a result, because look how smooth this is right now. So I spent about an hour sanding it. If you guys spend your time, even if you have power tools, it'll come out even better. But by hand, it took me about an hour. But look at that result. I can't wait to see it black. So primer's dry, guys. I'm getting it dirty with my hands, but you guys can see it is completely dry. Let's paint it black. Painted it. Now we're just gonna wait for it to dry, and it is a satin black. It's not gonna be glossy, so we'll just wait for this to dry, see how it looks. So let's wait for it to dry, and we'll see if we need a second coat. Well, there you have it, guys. I went and ripped off the the tape already, and she is looking pretty good. It's still a bit wet. It's gonna dry, but I am very satisfied. I want about $70 a door handle. If I can do it for 2 hours of my time and a little bit of black paint, why not? So we're gonna be doing the other side next. So let's start prepping the other side. All right, guys, so I spun the Jeep around and I actually taped up this handle again, just so I could spray it a few more times and get that paint nice and thick on there, so I have a couple coats. But it does look great, as you guys saw a minute ago when I had the when I had the paper off. So I already actually taped this side up and started working on it a little bit. You guys can see I sanded it down, and it is quite rusty, just like the other one was. But I've got some nice light here to work with, so let's sand it all down and I'm ready to paint. So I went a little crazy and I started doing the back one as well, because why not? If we're gonna be doing them, we might as well do them all. So I sanded it all down inside. Now I just gotta finish sanding down the driver's one in here, just a little bit left, and we'll be ready to paint. Well, that's all the tape I got, so hopefully I masked it off all well. And you guys can see all the paint is gone, as well as on the rear handle here. So we are ready to go and paint them. So let's hit them with the primer. and hopefully they look just as good as the other side. So now we hit it with the primer, guys, and I lifted up the handle so I got all up in there. Now I just got to wait about 10 minutes and then I can coat it with the black paint. I was wrong earlier, it wasn't 1 hour, it was 10 minutes. I read the can, and this one is actually a quick drying primer. So lucky for me, I get to work a little bit quicker. Alright guys, finally we're done painting, so let's take a look. It's still wet, but you guys can see that it is looking good. Now, the back is also finished. And I took the paper off so you guys can see this is how it's drying. But it's looking pretty damn good. And this is an enamel paint, that's why you get that nice finish, nice even looking finish. And it won't be as glossy once it dries. It's gonna be a little bit more matte than what you guys see now. And forget what I said earlier, guys, I don't think I'm gonna paint this entire piece. I think I'm gonna just cut it off right here, and I'll put a paint line right there so that it looks like it's just the bottom hinge painted. Because I do have the new mirrors, they just came in, I just got the notification. So before putting the new ones on, why not do the hinges in black? So I think the next thing I'm gonna do is remove these and sand everything down. So that'll be in the next video, guys. But that's enough for today. I think I'm gonna leave that for another video. If you guys wanna see that, then definitely keep following the channel because there's lots of good stuff coming, guys. And this thing is looking a lot better already. So now let's let this dry, and then I'm gonna come back, rip off all the masking paper, and we'll see what we got. Time to remove that paper. I think I did a pretty good job taping it. As you guys can see, there is a nice piece of rubber there that is unpainted, and the handles came out great. I'm honestly really happy with them. You guys can see me in the reflection there. And here are the trunk and passenger side. I know it's a little bit dark over here, but you guys can see now that it's drying, it looks great. Now I'm super happy with how they came out, and I think that the next step is to do the mirrors because they already came in. So I will be replacing both mirrors, but I think that I might wait to paint these. I'm not sure yet. I might paint them, I might not. That's something that I gotta see if I have the time for, because now that I've painted all the handles, the Jeep is kind of stuck. So I'm not even gonna put the spare tire back because all the tools are in the trunk and all the handles are painted, so I'm not getting in there. It's sitting here for the next 48 hours. And because I used an enamel paint, it does cure for 48 hours, so not a big deal. I'll let it sit here. It's nice and warm, it's comfortable, it's dry, so I think it'll be good to sit here for 2 days. And while it's sitting here, we can do the mirrors, and maybe we'll start on the hinges, we'll see. One thing I will tell you guys, if you guys are trying something like this at home, just make sure you take a lot of time to prep. The better that you prep, the better it's gonna come out. So make sure you spend your time, sand it well, prime it well, and you're gonna get better results. So thanks for sticking around, guys. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Don't forget to leave me a like and a comment. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you guys think I should paint this entire piece or if I should paint just the hinges and just these pieces right here. So let me know in the comment section. Don't forget to leave me a like and don't forget to subscribe because there's lots more coming and there's lots more coming for the Jeep. This thing is going to be transformed in the next few months and hopefully you guys will be around to see it. So until then, take care, ride safe, peace.